not me dancing alone to copyright-free music. Not me. Welcome back to my chaotic yet peaceful channel. I took a trip with some friends to Kangaroo Island in South Australia. Here's how it went. We woke up early and drove to the ferry point in Cape Jervis. It was a lovely day, and there's the ocean. We made it to the ferry, and here are my beautiful friends. Sharon, who is a photogenic queen. Jasmine, who may or may not be the actual Princess Jasmine. Jojo, who may as well be a part-time comedian. And then there's me. You can spot me from a mile away in every shot with that bright purple hair. We safe. Okay, introduction time is over, and as this ferry takes us there, I think I have a minute to give a bit of context to where we are going, since some of you may not have heard of Kangaroo Island, and I think it's important to at least have a bit of background knowledge. It's Australia's third largest island. The population is estimated to be about 4,000 to 5,000 people, with the largest town being Kingscote. To put that into context, it has a land mass almost 7 times larger than Singapore, but has way less people on it. Now, from an ecology standpoint, since that is what usually interests me most, the island is home to nature reserves like Flinders Chase National Park, which in turn are home to many native species of plants and animals like goannas, bandicoots, sea lions, and of course kangaroos. Duh. Foxes and rabbits are absent from the island because they are invasive in Australia, and there's a very rigorous program in place to try to eradicate wild cats on the island because they kill native species. That's the place we're staying at. Cool. Lecture is over, class is dismissed, and we have arrived at our destination. Sharon and I took a tour to swim with some dolphins and seals, while Jasmine and Jojo, I don't know what they did, probably ate lunch. If you're curious as to why I brought a beanie on a boat, let's just say the water was not the most pleasant temperature, sitting nicely at around 15 degrees Celsius. I got cold and started shivering after 2 rounds in it to try to see dolphins, but Sharon was brave as heck and she got in a 3rd time to swim with seals. I was really excited about seeing a ginormous sea lion right next to Sharon that I messed up pushing the filming button, and I ended up only getting this little seal on the rock. Anyway, it was mostly a success because we saw a dolphin pod, which I don't think I've seen before, and no great white sharks, which is always a plus because we are literally smack in the middle of shark territory. Just some life advice: if you're invited to a party and you may or may not be the food at the party, maybe be wary of that party. After this, we made our way to our Airbnb, which would be our home for the next 2 nights. I'm not going to bore you with too many shots of the house, but here's the outside. There's the entrance. This is the bed. That's where I'll be sleeping, with my minion backpack, of course. And the other beds. And Jasmine being Jasmine. You excited?
Yes. For my coffee.
In the morning. We just went snorkeling, so I look bad, but we're gonna look good after this. We're going to the vineyard.
Yes. Transformation to be revealed.
Is she comfortable?
Party.
After a nice hot shower, we should check if the hot water works. And the initial excitement of seeing this really cute place right next to the beach.
Wow.
We were on the road again. We made it to Dudley Winery 30 minutes before closing time, but luckily they were really nice and let us stay for longer. The view from the top was amazing and the wine was great as well. We're taking photos. That's the view. It's really pretty.
Yes.
On the way back, we spotted some sheep in a field, and then this happened. I think you scared the sheep, girl.
Do it again. Come here, look at them.
Maybe stop scaring. Oh, that's a ram.
Do it again. What is a ram?
That one's a male sheep. Isn't it the male sheep? No, wait, it doesn't have horns.
We are family.
Come here. Maybe we shouldn't scare them.
Yeah,
Anyway, look at the view. Then we were really hungry, so dinner happened. I finally found a restaurant with purple water, everyone. It's the best kind of water. Ooh. and Jasmine found everything we ate too salty.
Very funny.
I'll shut up.
A little bit salty.
Very funny.
And now she's screaming. Mama.
I don't know how to explain what happened after dinner, but... Now from the top, make it drop. Bucket and a mop.
Wah, wah, wah. That's a wet and gushy. Macaroni in a pot. That's a wet and gushy. Huh.
Oh, and I also caught a spider because it's Australia.
I need to be calm and collected. Come on, Speeder. Get in box, Speeder. Good job. Oh.
No. Okay.
After a good night's sleep and a quick breakfast, or brekkie if you're Australian, we were on the road to hit as many locations as possible. Kangaroo Island is deceivingly large and it takes a couple of hours to get from one location to the next. We made it to Seal Bay Conservation Park, where we saw a colony of sea lions in their natural habitat. This area is very protected, of course, and no one is allowed too close to them because they are endangered species.
We're going to see seals or sea lions.
They do sometimes come close to the boardwalks, and we can get quite amazing moments like this one. It was also breeding season and we saw some cute pups. We were also told to whisper and keep our noise levels down as to not to disturb them too much. In January 2020, bushfires burned half of Kangaroo Island. That summer was a very hot one, and a lot of Australia had horrible bushfires. The effects of this were still visible even now, over a year later. As we were driving, there were kilometers of burned trees, and we could see the regeneration of shrubs starting to take place. People thought some species would go extinct when that happened, but luckily Australian wildlife is adapted to this. It's really quite breathtaking to see. Speaking of breathtaking, the view on this road was stunning and we stopped the car for some photos. Then we went to Remarkable Rocks. This is an area with giant granite boulders.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
Perched atop a hill next to the ocean. They are estimated to be about 500 million years old and shaped by wind and water erosion. The wind up there was quite strong and it blew my little filming setup, as evidenced in the video. There's also this reddish-orange lichen which contrasts amazingly with the deep blue sea. If your favorite color combination is orange and blue, then this is the place for you.
Say hi. Hello. At Remarkable Rocks. Oh, the weather is a bit overcast. Like, the red is not as vibrant as it actually is.
Oh my god, that's in real life. It just doesn't show up in photos. It's nice.
Yeah. It does, I think. Yeah, it does, kind of. Baby, hold my hand. Copyright free music, Jasmine, please. Straight out of the Hollywood movie. Sharon's stretching her back.
And this is your TV presenter, Diana. What have you found, yo?
Next, we went to Admirals Arch, another cool rock formation. You can spot seals among the cliffs and playing in the sea spray. The boardwalk there is definitely one of the most stunning I've seen.
We're going on a trip to a famous rocket ship.
Next, it was sandboarding time at this place called Little Sahara, which is a naturally occurring inland dune field.
Sandboarding.
And it was created all the way back from our last ice age. I highly encourage reading about inland dune fields. They're kind of like mini deserts caused by seas drying up and exposing marine life skeletal remains, which eventually get eroded, so you're basically stepping on very old, very dead marine life. It's quite crazy to think about.
Safety.
Okay, bear with me for this next part. I tried sandboarding, okay?
Diana on her way for the 5th or 6th try. She looked a little bit sad and depressed, but it is okay. She is gonna make it. Move your body. Use your hand. Use your hand.
I can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Just use your hand. Here she goes. Woohoo!
Yeah, I don't think this was the sport for me. Or for Jasmine in that matter.
You don't have a helmet. You didn't put on a helmet.
I mean, Sharon and Jojo were a bit more graceful, but we had a lot of fun.
Baby, take my hand. I want you to be my best friend. Oh my god, Jasmine, we should do that on this.
As we got back to the car, we realized we may not have enough petrol to make it back. So as the beautiful sun was setting, we made our way to the nearest small town with a petrol station. We got really lucky that the owner of the closed petrol station was in the small town's pub, so she ended up opening it back up and selling us petrol. This was all like after a 10-minute panic, which I didn't feel much of, but yeah, let's just say we got really lucky. When we made it back, we were starving, so we got some pizza and then called it a day. It's not a travel vlog without a time-lapse of the sunrise, so here's your time-lapse. We stayed right next to the ferry port, so it was cool to catch the morning ferry going back and forth in the time-lapse and us walking on the beach. We headed off to Emu Bay Lavender Farm. I think the lavenders were not in full bloom yet, and that's why it doesn't look too purple. But I mean, Lightroom and Photoshop exist for that reason though, am I right? Also, I was wearing a lot more purple in this trip than I usually do, and I really feel like I've discovered my aesthetic and it makes me want to buy even more purple outfits. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. We also ate some nice desserts at the shop, which included lavender tea, lavender brownies, lavender scones, lavender jam, lavender, yeah, everything. I mean, if you don't like lavender or you're allergic to it, yeah, I wouldn't recommend, but if you do, like I do, then I highly recommend. Emu Bay is also very stunning. You can drive a car on this beach, but we decided not to risk getting stuck because we didn't come with a 4-wheel drive. But mark my words, one day I will get a sick car shot on a beach in Australia. We had some time to spare after this and decided to visit the Oyster farm shop on the American River to get some fresh oysters for lunch.
Jojo is tempted to get the grilled one, so grilled is good too. I like it. Grilled will be good. Do you eat raw oyster or not? Or you just don't like it? Is it good? It might still be stuck. I'm just eating too. Sharon is eating the rest, man.
Final one.
No, they are. Moscow is in the. Do you want more?
Hold on. There was also a cool little map to pin where you were from, and I just thought that that was such a great idea to have in a touristic place. Imagine how many pins were not pinned within the last year because of COVID affecting travel. And that was our trip. I didn't film the ferry ride and drive back home, but you get the point. Overall, we managed to squeeze a lot into our short time on Kangaroo Island, and we were lucky to have decent weather since it's starting to get a bit cold here in South Australia as winter approaches, and I will definitely be going back there a third time for sure in the future. If you stayed all the way till the end of this video, comment down below your favorite number. And honestly, thank you so much for watching. Like, I put a lot of effort into editing this video, so it really does mean a lot. You know the drill. If you like this video and you want to see more videos like this one, give it a like and subscribe. My Instagram and Twitter are in the description box, and I'll see y'all next time. You know.